getting a little bit of basil for somebody who can't be here when I'm selling on Friday. So 2 6-ounce bags. Okay, so I'm trying to finish up the irrigation and install it for the small tunnel, the big tunnel. You know, this is for the grant that I got for irrigation from, you know, the USDA. And so I've got a couple of lengths of flexible hose already made up. And so I need to make up probably like 3 more lengths. Yeah, this is the flexible stuff that'll go kind of like underneath the ground and into the tunnels. And then I've got my rigid stuff that's already kind of made up. So I just need to get that all kind of connected. So yeah, I've got the fittings that I needed that was kind of slowing me down. And so I looked back at the video that I made like 4 years ago about how to do this. So that's what I'm gonna do next. So I rolled this hose out just to see if I had enough, and so this should be plenty. Okay, so I'm sitting inside, staying away from the bugs, trying to get these hoses done, and then I realized I knew that I was out of these end fittings, you know, and so those are the ones I got ordered, but now I'm seeing that I'm short on the proper size ferrules, and I don't have enough of these little band things, and the block inside this crimper is not the right size. So I'm gonna finish this up later. Hopefully I can get those things in town. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and work on the main line that's gonna go out around the tunnels. So that's what I'm gonna do instead. Okay, I'm up here by the house. This is where we have the main line hose. And so I've got the excess hose here. And then I wandered through the woods. Okay, through the swamp and the backside of the little tunnels. And then I ran a length of hose from the current, you know, flexible hose over to the big tunnel over here. So looking back here at this corner, I think I'm just going to set things up temporarily here, and then eventually we'll want to, you know, hook it up to where the house is, and then eventually there's a creek at the edge of the property that I'd like to be able to use the water from. So we'll see. I got things uncoiled and stretched out, so that's a start. Mom and Spot in the garden. Oh, it's so sweet. A little Spot, it looks. More berries. This time we've got blackberries. So our friend Jonathan is visiting. Tyler put him to work making 4 holes for the blackberries. This is what these fellas look like unpackaged. Planted. Should I smash these oats over? Oats are smashed down. Check this out. Oh, he's almost a greenhouse. Plastic going on. Oats suppressed. Blackberries planted. Basil. I probably cut more than I need, but I'm just trying to keep these plants from flowering. Oh, my little radishes are coming up at the bed ends. Hello. Yes, I am all over the place today. planting blackberries that I didn't know I'd be planting this morning. And their roots are all kind of like, ugh. So I couldn't put them in a bucket. So we were like, where are we gonna put the blackberries? So I guess we're putting them right here. And thank goodness Jonathan's here to help Tyler with the plastic. Neither one of them want to be in the video, so you guys don't get to see the tunnel go up. You just get to see it after they've put things together. And yeah, so end walls went on, and then plastic, and then I think it's just the doors and the rolly-uppy thing, and it's done. I'm not doing any lettuce mix this week. Long story. Too busy. Long story. So let's see, I've been noticing it's kind of hard to pull these things up, so I'm just gonna potato fork them. I'm gonna potato fork the ones that look nice. I just prepped some garlic greens. Check that out. Pretty. This is an idea I got from my friend Paxton of Paxtiano Dirt Frog channel. He said that he liked to, you know, eat some of the garlic when it was baby size, just for the greens. More basil. Okay, dudes, I'm trying to get some raspberries. Today our dictator boot-looking president is hosting a war criminal. In my home state of Alaska. That's what's happening today while I pick raspberries. I probably need my bug hat. The no-see-ums are probably gonna kill me out here. What was I thinking? Okay, I just got a little bowl. I plucked out just this shorter section. I didn't do salad mix this week because I've been telling myself for weeks and weeks and weeks, ever since I got the fittings for my irrigation to, you know, make the flexible hoses and stuff, that I gotta get on this, because I'm supposed to do the final report by the end of September, and I'm gonna have to be gone. And so, yeah, we got some family medical stuff coming up where we're gonna have to go down to Seattle, so we're not 100% out of the woods yet. I mean, we're out of the woods, but we haven't crossed the river to the Rainbow Valley. Plus, I've got just like this one bed over here where the only thing ready to harvest was like regrowth in this area where I'm like thinking I might have some slug issues, and I'm just like, I'm just not gonna do it. So anyway, that's my story. I've got my 1 pound bags of garlic pulled out now, and then, yeah. People in Wrangell are so awesome. They even come out for my little tiny bits of stuff. Vegan cheesecake. They actually have this in town. So over here I've got the head of the irrigation laid out, and as you can see, I guess, you know, I've got the hose that's going to come into the end here, and it's going to run all the way back along the back side of the little tunnels. So now I just need to run some drip line. Yeah, this whole thing is like 60 feet, so I'm gonna, I think, give 2.5 feet on either end, just as a kind of walkway, and then. So Tyler set this gadget up for me. So I can just roll out the tape. So I've got the drip running for each of the 6 beds. And I've got, I staggered the drip holes. So the center one is offset by half. And that would be as if I was running baby greens, I would need 3. If I was running Salanova transplants, I might only need 2, although I suppose I could run drip on 3, it wouldn't matter. But yeah, so this is kind of how it would look. This one doesn't have a pathway. Yeah, so at some point here, I need to go around the whole greenhouse and shovel dirt up against the edges to seal us in. And then I can take the insect netting off these guys. The other thing that I'll need to do eventually, although I could probably do it during the winter, is run the 3/4 inch hard hose that I had planned for a center of the bed that I'll have emitters in that will spray when I'm germinating a bed. I think I should cut these out of the way first. Okay. Let's get you out of here first, guys. Trying to get this situated. Is it even warm? It's not even warm. Okay. Okay, you warm now, buddy? You warm enough? Are you warm enough? Maybe you're warm enough. Okay. Okay, so I got the main line hose. See? See what he looks like? Main hose from the water source. This one goes back and around to the other little greenhouse. This one goes back and around to the big greenhouse. This one goes underneath to this greenhouse right here. Oakley dokley. Now I just need to work inside here and the other big greenhouse and get the hoses going to the main lines that I'm going to set up on either end here. Okay. Basil. I've got everything switched up. The new irrigation main header is here, and then the little ends that were at the end here have been switched over to the far end. And same thing with this bed. Got the new irrigation header. And so this one I've attached with this long flexible hose to one of the ends here on the water timer. And this is the, the water source coming from underneath, comes up here onto the water timer. So I just need to make, a hose here to go to this main line. And then later I'll have another hose set up for another set of irrigation going through here. I don't have to do that right now. Later, not this week, sometime, I'm going to tidy this all up, get the water timer mounted somewhere. Eventually I may switch out these flexible hoses. I might have some hard hoses with some nice 90-degree elbows and things like that, but good enough for now. I'm really nervous to chop this 3/4 inch hose. Do I want to do this? Is this where I want it? Okay. Okay, so I've got this excess hose here, and this should be the last thing I do, right? Warm enough, good enough, good enough. Okay, get on there, buddy. Get it tightened down. There's a male end there. And then I can put a flexible hose on that. Probably mount this water timer here or something. And then put one flexible hose down to the main line to the drip. Right? Is that what we're doing? So I'm just gonna wait till I get those few little things that I need to make the extra flexible hoses. So I'll do that next couple weeks or whatever. And then get this all set up, tidy everything up, take some photos, and get all the paperwork together and do my final report for the irrigation grant. So relieved. One thing I was gonna say before I say goodbye is that I didn't have much time when I was putting those blackberries in the ground to talk about blackberries. And So I was raised on the Oregon coast where blackberries were a horrible, horrible invasive problem. So when Tyler was like, I want blackberries, I was like, dude, no freaking way. But then I've been hearing people around here, you know, been here for a while, and they're like, oh, you know, my blackberries died. So I don't think that they are very invasive up here, maybe, you know, up here, as far north as this is. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We had a friend, our friend Dan, get us some of those blackberries. So thanks, Dan. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm super happy to have this done-ish. See you guys next week.